Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I want to thank you very, very much for getting on this Periscope. I want to thank you for the hearts, 960,000 going to 1 million. And I just want each and every one of you to thank you very much for also sharing this with your followers, your Twitter followers, your Facebook followers, all your followers. I really appreciate. This is a follow-up to one that I did yesterday. You know, I did one yesterday, self-employed versus business owner. And, you know, one of the key things that I want to share with each and every one of you is I got more responses back on that Periscope, and I just posted it, than any other Periscope that I got. And the reason why is you got to go watch it. But, you know, a lot of people, when they get involved in business, okay, they think they're a business owner. And when they get involved in business, what they are is just a glorified salesperson. You know what I mean? And you can tell by their language, the way they act, what they do. You know, they're all about sales, selling my product, selling my opportunity, selling my business op story. Sell, 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 sell. If you guys haven't seen Glenn Ross, coffees for closers, you know what I mean? But you know, that you really can tell in their training and all of their language that they're all about sales. They're all about sales. Then why is it when you talk to a CEO of a successful business company, he's always talking about the future, the vision of the company? Wow. They're talking about their mission statement, their passion statement. When you go onto a website like a Google or an Apple or a company that's huge, Amazon, you can immediately go on there, and usually the only message you can find from the owner is about their vision, their passion, what they're trying to accomplish. And so when you're talking about you and your brand and where you're going, if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a mission statement, if you don't have a passion and a story that you can tell people to get them to follow you, you're nothing but a salesperson. I'm sorry. So I can always tell when someone is reaching out to me if they're a salesperson or they're a business owner. Because if they're immediately go, you got to check out my product. It does this, it does this, it does this. You got to check out my comp plan. It does this, it does this, it does this. You know what? You're a salesperson. And guess what? With only 95% of the people on the planet, 95% of them are not sales types. They are not sales types. So if you're trying to be a salesperson and you're not a good salesperson, and then you're trying to find other people that you're trying to convince 95% of the people to be salespeople, and they don't like salespeople and they're not sales types, do you see any struggle here? This should be a huge pop for you if you're hearing this go off, right? So let's talk about the title. The title is the keys to being a successful business owner. The number one key, number uno, number one key to success is you got to want to be a business owner. You got to want to be a business owner. You got to want to be a business owner really, really bad. Because when you want something and you want it bad, you'll figure out how to get it. You'll stop making excuses. You'll stop saying I can't. You'll stop saying I don't have enough time. See, you got to want to be a business owner, and you got to want to be a business owner bad. If you look at your actions, if you look at what you're doing every day, you know whether or not you're a business owner. I see Carrie on here, you know, that from New York. She's got her own Pilates studio. When you find people that have their own business, they're passionate about it. It shows it in their actions. It shows it in everything they do. They are acting like a successful business owner. So the first thing you got to do is you got to want to, and you got to want to bad. And you know you'll do it by very simply watching your actions. Watching your actions. Second thing is you got to believe that you can do this. You got to get into a place, whether you go through successful stories or whether you do, if you know any company that's selling, I talked about the 5 things. You got to look at the other Periscope I did yesterday, the 5 key people that you could be in a RE/MAX business. And the number one key thing that you got to do is you got to believe that you can do it. You got to believe, second key, you got to believe that if that person can do it, you can do it. You got to believe if that person can do it, you can do it. So you notice franchises will always give you success stories. See, they're always going to give you success stories, and you say sacrificing is a key. I disagree. I totally disagree. Not to get off track here, but, sacrificing is not a key. When you fall in love with what you do, you never work another day in your life. I didn't sacrifice working for somebody else. I didn't sacrifice having low income. I didn't sacrifice a lot of things. Why? Because I wanted to be a business owner, and I wanted to be a business owner bad. You know what I mean? If you find successful business owners, they're usually pretty happy. Because they're business owners. They have incredible lifestyle. They have free time. They have leverage. They have residual. So I seen your post up there, so I disagree. People that are doing it wrong are sacrificing. You got me on a tangent, so I'm going to finish with this one, okay? There's 2 groups of people. Think about that. 2 groups of people that get married. 2 group of people that get married. One group that feels like they're sacrificing. Oh, I'm sacrificing. Used to go out with the guys, used to do this, used to have my partying nights, used to go bowling. I'm sacrificing. There's another group of people that get married and they feel like, guess what? Best thing that ever happened in their lives. They no longer got to hang out with those guys that are sacrificing and miserable and my old lady and the ball and chain. So you got this whole group of people that sacrificing is a limited belief. It's in your head. Wow, thank you very much for bringing that up. You know what I mean? On the other hand, you got people and you go, well, I'm thinking about getting married. It's the best thing you'll ever do in your life. It's the best thing you'll ever do in your life. So people that are married and super happily married, they don't feel like they sacrificed anything. They feel like they gained. I got a best friend. I have a person that is looking out for me. I love giving to her. She gives to me. It's a whole different language of people with the right attitude. Okay? Good point, though. I brought it up, though. Okay, so no sacrificing. But going back, you got to believe that you can do this. You got to believe it. So the key to believing you can do this is you got to talk to other people that are successful business owners. You got to talk to other successful business owners and find out their background. What you used to do before this? What's your background? What's your, education? So when you find success stories, that's why success stories are so incredible for your belief system. So you got to have another pop in your mind about, wow, if that person can do it, so can I. If that person's doing it, I can do it. They're not all that special with a bag of chips, right? First one, you got to want it bad. Second one is you got to basically believe that you can do it. We already know the other ones is of course you got to make a decision. Of course you got to make a commitment. And here's the biggest one. When I was talking yesterday about me figuring out how to be a business owner, I'll tell you what I did, and a lot of people are not going to catch this. They're not going to catch it. Their ego, E-G-O, it meaning edging God out, their ego will not allow them to do this next step. Will not allow them to do it. Is if you wanted to build, I'll go business owner. 2 kinds of business owners, right? Let's say that you wanted to be a dentist. All right? You follow me. You want to be a dentist. That's self-employed. So you go out there. First thing you do, you get your degree. And most people, not all, most people get a job. See what I mean? So they get a job and they're in the employ section. So they're working for somebody else, and some, not all, decide that they want to save up enough money so they can start their own dental practice. See, their own doctorate, right? Now you slide from the E quadrant to down to the self-employed quadrant. Who opens up? You do. Who closes? You do. Who gets the customers? You do. You do everything. You're self-employed. So a lot of people will say that self-employed people really just bought a job. And it's hilarious as a self-employed person because everybody gets paid before you do. Really incredible point. That's a lesson I learned in the last few years. You know, the last person to get paid is me. All right. So self-employed. Now what you do is you think about being a successful business owner. Watch. That same dental person that now is self-employed starts recruiting other dental students that graduate from school. And they start hiring those other dental students. Now they hire a manager to manage that dental place, and then they do another one. Then they do another one. Then they do another one. See, this is a business owner. A business owner that has a person that manages them all, that hires managers to run each one, that has a bookkeeper, and that everything that person does not want to do, they hire people to do. And then they have more than one dental office with a number of dentists working in each one of those. You know, a person that specializes in, braces, another person that specializes in oral surgery. You see what I mean? There's a big difference between being self-employed and employed. So now the keys to being a successful business owner is not everyone. There was a guy that wrote a book, it's going to click in a minute. Michael Gerber wrote a book called The E-Myth, capital E Myth. And it's called The Entrepreneurial Myth. And it's the whole thought pattern that people that are jobs, employees, think they can run a business when they got no clue how to run a business. And then a lot of people get into affiliate marketing and network marketing and direct sales and all these companies things out there, these opportunities, and they fail miserably because they're not only employee thinkers, coin-operated thinkers, W-2 thinkers. Like, one big difference is you got to put the work in before you get paid. Wait a minute. What? What? Can I just get paid first and then do the work? People don't even realize if you went out and got a new job today, you'd have to put in a week or 2 weeks before you get paid. And we're talking sometimes 8 hours a day. Concept? Yeah. If some of you worked hard, focused, for 8 hours a day for 2 weeks, your whole life would change if you did that for you as a business owner. Okay? So now the key that I want to get to that's so important is the last key that I'll talk about is you got to find other business owners that know what the heck they're doing, not say that they know what they're doing. And how you know is they're documented. You Google their name. I did this with a guy yesterday and we thought it was funny, man. So, I did an orientation last night for my new university, Life Mechanic University. And it was funny because my son was on there, Robert Hollis Jr. He's 33. And then Matthew, my son, Matthew Hollis, he's 23, right? And as we were doing that, it was amazing that we were talking about people saying, well, listen, I've never heard of you. Google me. Google Robert Hollis. Just do it. You know what I mean? And I was telling people, man, they Google you and they don't even know you exist. I tell people, this funny, I don't know if they still have this, so maybe I shouldn't say this. But I tell people to go to Bing. I never tell people ever to go to Bing other than this. But go to Bing.com because it's very obvious where you can click on videos. I guess you could do this in YouTube. That's why I stopped saying this about Google. So you can go to YouTube then, or go to bing.com and click on videos and put in Robert Hollis. Just try it. And so my son was saying, this guy was saying, well, I've never heard of you and I've never heard of your dad. And he goes, listen, I could tell you all day who we are, or I could have you just Google our name and then you'll figure it out. Why did I bring that up? Is because there's people out there, ladies and gentlemen, that document their success. They tell you what they make. They show you what they make. And then there's other people that are not interested in doing that, right? So that's one step of documentation, or a successful business owner. Two, like in other businesses other than affiliate marketing or network marketing, where everybody's trying to hide their income, right? In other business world, as a business owner, you can go on Forbes magazine. And you see a list of the top people. Right now, any person you want to know, you can put in their name. I never thought about doing this with me. I don't know where they would find it, but celebrities and athletes and stuff, you could actually go on Google and just put their name and then space net worth. You know what I mean? And it'll show you what their net worth is. So I did that last time. I did that with all the people from Shark Tank. You know what I mean? To find out really what they're worth. And I'm really close to knocking a couple of them off. So yeah, I got a ways before I can catch Mark Cuban. I don't want to get off track here. But do you guys realize that Mark Cuban is like 4 times worth more than everybody else that's ever said on that panel? Wow. You know what I mean? So anyway, not to get off track. You want to also find someone that is documented in helping other people succeed. Like Jim Rohn says, and I got this a long time ago, you want people to do success stories, whether they're written, whether they're audio, whether they're video, whether they're live on stage, and you want your name showing up. So here's the point that I want to make. That's find a mentor. Find a business person that can be your coach. Find a person that's already done it. I don't understand. I'm telling you, I don't understand the mentality that's out there right now where people would rather learn from School of Hard Knocks instead of investing time and money to learn from someone that already knows how to do it. I've invested millions of dollars, not exaggerating, millions of dollars over the past 29 years learning from some of the most incredible entrepreneurs on this planet. And the more I make, the more I invest in me. The more I make, the more I invest in me. I want to know all the shortcuts. I want to learn from people. I want to pay them to ask them questions so I don't have to go through the learning curve. There's people out there that, I'm learning from the School of Hard Knocks. I guarantee you can look at your checking account and savings account and everyone will believe you. So you got to learn from someone that's documented, right? That's helped other people succeed. And so when people won't do that, that's when you get to find out and we'll go full circle. Because when you finally pay money to a mentor, a coach, and you learn from them, now you'll get to find out that you didn't want it as bad as you said you did. You'll find out, maybe I don't believe that I can do this. And guess what? That's why you can learn. So you can learn to figure out how that you can believe. You can build your confidence, your self-esteem. You can listen to your mentor. Listen to your mentor. Before my boys became martial artists, you know what I did? I took them to a tournament. I took them to the Big Sky Games and took them to a tournament. And they watched other kids perform. They watched other kids do some incredible stuff. They watched other kids get medals and trophies. And then they said, Dad, I want to do this. I go, how bad do you want to do it? Really bad. Does that make sense? So now all of a sudden, you bring them to an instructor. I didn't teach them. So I did my due diligence, found out who the best instructors were. that A, not only had documentation that they were good, but B, had documentation of other people that were doing good at the games, at the Junior Olympics. That's who taught my sons to be black belts. That's why they qualified for the Junior Olympics. No problem here. As they got bigger and they learned more, then I bought the best of the best, Stephen Lopez. Stephen Lopez, 2-time gold medal winner for the American team for Taekwondo. We got all of his stuff. He even came out here and marched and carried the torch at our Billings State Games. You got to pay for people like that to come coach your kids. Then what I found out is I found out that the only master in Taekwondo for Kukkiwon lived in Rapid City, South Dakota. So I would take my sons to Rapid City to learn from the only master so that they would get their black belt and have their Kukkiwon certificates. That's the key to being a successful business owner, is you got to take the time to learn from people that are documented. And here's where people mess up. They think they're going to go learn the information and then come back and not have any documentation and then teach your people. My biggest key to success is when I found a mentor that was documented and training other people how to be successful, and me being one of them, all I did all day, every day, is get people in front of him. Get people in front of him. So I just put more people in front of the person that mentored and trained me than anybody else. The next thing I know, I'm ranking, top position, top 10, top 5, and my people are top 10, top 5. That's when I went, like I said in the Periscope yesterday, that's when I went from 20, 30,000 to 6 figures a month. So I hope that was cool keys to help you being a successful business owner. Very important keys. Every time I mentor someone, I can immediately just ask them a few questions, and I know why they're struggling. And like the other guy said, I know why you feel like it's a sacrifice. I know why you feel that it's hard work. Oh, this is hard work. It wasn't hard work for me to have my mentor train my people. But some people want to be experts before their paycheck says so. Weird concept, I think, But hey, so anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you for getting on here. Sorry I didn't promote it. Got back late, but I'm on here. I'm consistent. I'm going to do it anyway. Take care. God bless. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts, and have a blessed day. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Oh, by the way, I do an Ask Me Anything 6 times a week. People say I got to start promoting this. And so 6 times a week, you can go to lifemechanic.com and click on Ask Me Anything. Live Google Hangout. You can come on 6 days a week. 6 days a week. Monday, tonight's Wednesday, Fridays, I do it at 7 Eastern time. And then on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, it's 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So you can come on there and ask me anything about anything. So I'll do my very, very best. So some of you that want to get to know me better, have problems with your business, I can point, guide, and direct you. If I don't have the information, I will do my best to find someone that you can follow, that you can get mentorship from to get to become the best that you can be. So thanks again very much for all the hearts. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Melody, so much for your help. I appreciate it. God bless. Bye-bye.